While the rock world believed The Who simply hired a new drummer after Keith Moon's tragic death, a terrifying secret remained locked inside Shepperton Studios. It was August 1979, and the remaining members were desperately trying to finish rehearsals for their upcoming tour without their wild, irreplaceable percussionist. Kenny Jones, the newly appointed drummer, sat behind the kit, knowing he had impossible shoes to fill, while tension filled the damp London air. Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey noticed subtle, unexplainable things happening around the stage immediately after they started playing their classic tracks. But the real chilling mystery wasn't just weird noises. It was the phantom presence that every single crew member swore they felt watching from the wings. Keith Moon had died on September 7, 1978, from an accidental overdose of hemonevrine, leaving a gaping void in British rock history. Known as Moon the Loon, his chaotic energy was not just part of the music, it was the volatile engine driving The Who's explosive live performances. So when the band gathered at Shepperton to test new material, the ghost of their departed friend seemed reluctant to let anyone else take his throne. Roadies reported instruments moving on their own and chilling drafts sweeping through locked, airtight rehearsal rooms during breaks. Kenny Jones later confessed in interviews that he frequently felt a sharp, invisible tap on his shoulder while practicing complex fills. Townshend initially brushed it off as collective grief, but the sheer frequency of the chilling anomalies forced the band to reconsider their skepticism. Was it merely psychological trauma from losing a brother in arms, or was Keith Moon's mischievous spirit refusing to leave his beloved band? The atmosphere grew so tense that sound engineers refused to stay in the control room alone after midnight during playback sessions. Yet, they kept playing, driven by contractual obligations and the sheer necessity of proving The Who could survive the devastating tragedy. During one particularly dark evening, the studio lights flickered violently and a familiar maniacal laugh echoed through the PA system. Daltrey dropped his microphone in sheer disbelief, while Jones froze instantly behind his kit, staring into the dark, empty auditorium. No one dared to touch their instruments for 20 agonizing minutes as the unexplained chill slowly dissipated from the room. Was Moon giving his stamp of approval, or was he executing one last legendary prank on the bandmates he left behind? Legendary rock manager Bill Curbishley later admitted that the supernatural encounters plagued the entire production crew throughout that fateful autumn. Despite the haunting, The Who pressed on, delivering a powerful performance that proved their resilience against unimaginable grief. The ghost of Keith Moon never returned after that night, vanishing as abruptly as he had appeared during their darkest hour of trial. To this day, music historians debate whether psychological exhaustion created the illusion, or if rock and roll's wildest drummer defied death itself. When you listen to the tracks recorded during those sessions, knowing the history adds an eerie layer of depth to the classic rock anthems. True rock legends never truly fade away. Their energy lingers in the amplifiers, the studio walls, and the hearts of millions of loyal fans. The story of Keith Moon's haunted rehearsal remains one of the most chilling, unexplained paranormal mysteries in the entire history of modern music. As fans, we are left to wonder what other secrets lie buried beneath the legendary myths of our favorite rock and roll icons. Thank you for joining us on this deep investigative dive into rock history on Metal and Rock History. Stay curious and keep listening. If you enjoyed uncovering this dark rock legend, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more untold music histories. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on whether rock stars can truly return from the dead to haunt their old stages. Until next time, keep the spirit of classic rock alive and remember to always look behind you when the studio lights go down.